So I was sharing something with one of my groups today with some of the guys, and I had made the mention that there's people that are waiting for us. There's people waiting for me. There's people waiting for them. What do I mean by this? What I mean is that there's people in your life, your children, your sons, your daughters, your wife, your colleagues, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, maybe even complete strangers who are waiting for you and me to step up fully to the plate. They're waiting for us to be the men that we know we should be, and for whatever reason, we haven't fully stepped up to that role. I was thinking about my kids, my boys, and my daughter. They're waiting for me to be the best father that I can be. They're looking to me as a model of how to behave in this world, how to show up, how to engage. My wife, for the longest time, especially when we went through our separation, was waiting for me to be the husband, was waiting for me to be the man, was waiting for me to step fully into my role as protector, provider, and presider. I have the opportunity to work with tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of men across the planet. And there's men that are floundering. There's men that are struggling. There's men who don't have the answers. There's men who are depressed. There's men who are feeling down. There's men who are waiting for me to step into a role that, quite honestly, I feel compelled and called to do. I don't talk about that a whole lot because, frankly, it sounds a little weird, but I feel drawn to this work. I feel called to this work. And that doesn't always make it easier. It's difficult still, even though I feel like I am called to this work. I call it God. I happen to be religious and spiritual. Some of you are, others aren't. So I don't care what you call it, but there's a reason that you're on this planet. There's a reason that you're here. The sooner you can find what that reason is and then step fully into that reason, the more fulfilled you'll be and the greater opportunity you have to impact the lives of the people who are waiting for you to step up as a man. Unfortunately, we look around in society and we see too many men who have shirked their responsibilities and their obligations as men. A lot of them have decided to focus solely on themselves at the expense of helping those who I feel like we have a moral obligation to help. Others are lost and they're wondering what they can do. I'd have you consider that maybe you ought to spend some time thinking about, pondering, searching, and really doing what you know and what you're compelled to do. Because there's people who are impacted or who will be impacted by your ability to overcome the things that have held you back in the past. People are waiting on you to step up. That idea and that notion is what drives me. It drives me every day to overcome the fear, overcome the desire to be complacent and maybe even a little bit lazy, knowing that I have a moral obligation to serve other people. And I can only do that when I find out who I am and understand why I'm on this planet.